with the 241st pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Chris Oladokun, South Dakota State quarterback.
Chris, just take me through the process of how you became a Pittsburgh Steeler and what it's been like just in the short time you've been here.
It was definitely a crazy ride through draft weekend, just all the uncertainty and things like that. And then I didn't really talk to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I got brought here on my visit, and then, Coach Tomlin called me and let me know the news. And it was just a surreal moment, a moment I'll never forget. And I'm just forever, grateful, to the Steelers organization for bringing me in. And then since I've been here, it's been really good to just, getting to know the guys, getting to know my rookie class, and sort of starting to build those relationships, because I do think that's, one of the most important, things in football is getting to know your guys and, really forming those relationships. So on the field, you're going to battle with guys that are going to go to battle with you. So it's been great, and just, as a quarterback, it's a lot to take in, and just, learning a lot, developing, and we'll see how this year goes.
Who did you meet during your pre-draft visit when you were in Pittsburgh? I know they're pretty fast, but who did you spend the most time with?
Definitely spent the most time with Blaine. He's our wide receivers assistant coach, and Coach Tom's show. And then I got to meet with Coach Canada as well, and Coach Tomlin. So it was great to, just put a face with them and get to know them personally. You see Coach Tomlin on the sideline on TV, and he looks all serious, but he's a really cool dude, and we got to, sort of bond about, when he lived in Tampa, and I'm from Tampa, so it was good to meet them for sure. Is
he who you thought he was going to be now that you've had a chance to be around him more?
Yeah, no, just because, there's so many guys that I know that have played for him. Diontae, I've known for a while. Ray McLeod, I've known for a while. Dion Kane, all those guys have played here. So when I'm back home training, I would ask them about Coach Tomlin. They're all like, man, if you ever came here, you'd love him. And so it's been great, and he's exactly who I thought, who I've heard he was.
You mentioned a number of guys that who play here or have played here. Diontae is somebody you've worked out with this offseason. How has he looked, and how is it, getting a chance to work with him?
He looks great. He's definitely he's ready to get back up here, and he's just making sure his body is recovering from last season. But we've gotten to definitely throw and work out every single day together, and he's definitely going to be ready. And I'm excited to see what he does this year too, after coming off a Pro Bowl year last year, which was definitely deserved. And I'm just really proud of him, just how far he's come. He was my host when he was at Toledo, so we've known each other for a while, and so it's always good when you see someone from the city doing pretty well.
How do you explain, getting drafted is the ultimate goal for everybody, draft weekend, but coming somewhere where they don't know who the quarterback's going to be, they don't know who's going to be in the quarterback room this season? Is that exciting? Is it nervous, anxious? How do you explain that feeling?
I think it's a little bit of everything. There's a lot of uncertainties in our room, and I think we have a really good room with Mitch, Mason, and then Kenny and myself, and we all bring a lot of different things to the table at the quarterback position. So like I said, getting to build relationships with other guys on the field, it's just as important to build those relationships with guys in your room, because not only we're competing versus each other and we're all pushing each other, but at the same time we all have a role, and whatever my role is going to be for this upcoming season, I'm going to embrace that role and hit it full head steam.
You mentioned how you all bring something different. What do you bring that's different than the other guys?
I think, look at my film and just the ability to use my legs and get out of trouble, if need be, evading the rushes and making some off-platform throws, pushing the ball down the field and creating explosive plays. That's what makes the game fun for me, making a big splash play, especially when your team needs it. So I think that's what I bring to the table, and, that's what I look to bring to this organization.
Have you always been hard to take down?
Yeah, I guess
since you were little?
So. Yeah, since I was little, I was always, growing up, I was always one of the fastest guys on my team. So I remember when I was little, one of my coaches, he put me at running back, and he told my dad that I'd never be a quarterback, and that I'd probably be a running back or receiver when I got older. So I'd love to sort of think what he thinks now.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's funny you remember that.
Yeah, I've never forgotten. It's sort of that chip that I've always sort of had on my shoulder that, if someone says I can't do something, then we'll see, and I'm going to bet on myself every time.
I know you and Devlin Hodges know each other. Was he called Duck in college?
Duck, yeah.
Well, yeah?
I've never heard him called Devlin. People only call him Duck.
Okay. All right, so that just wasn't a Pittsburgh thing.
Yep.
Did you have a chance to watch him when he, was here and what he was able to do in that 2019 season?
Of course. Well, I was just telling people the other day, I was at Samford at the time, and I was a quarterback right after him. And he had just gotten cut, after camp. So he was back in Birmingham sort of throwing, and then he'd hit me up, on the weekends we'd go grab food and hang out. And then, I hit him up one Friday. I'm like, hey, what are you doing today? And he's like, oh, I'm actually flying back out to Pittsburgh. He's like, the Steelers just called me back. And I was like, well, congrats. And then 2 weeks later, he's a starting quarterback on Sunday Night Football, which was a crazy turnaround for him. But I kept in contact with him that whole time, and he loved Pittsburgh. I always tell him he was like a Pittsburgh legend for those weeks he was playing quarterback here. So that was pretty cool to see.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.